FOMO, can you scroll back up to 918? Well, for you it'd be 618. 618.
615.
For Iceman and Bob, but Sony has issues too.
Is that the one? Oh, 615. 615.
18.
Right?
18.
18. All right.
Yeah, it says Sony has issues too.
Here we go. 18?
Yep.
16? Oh, here it is. Found it. All right. Bad Tech, I agree. Sony has issues too. It's just no one talks about them because their quality control is better, but they have issues too. Now, which issues are we talking about?
So this was at that point we're talking A95K, and I just want to point out my A95K, fantastic to look at. It has been terrible to use. I have had so many times where the image just goes black and it will not come back unless I unplug it and plug it back in.
Oh, the Vizio.
I've had issues where the menu will just be completely unresponsive. I get calls from the wife all the time. It's not working again. Got to unplug it, plug it back in. I'm not the only one. I've seen others with software issues with the A95K. So it's not that no one's talking about them. I just haven't finished my review yet, but that's definitely going in the review. So yes, Sony has software issues as well.
That doesn't sound like a good bedroom TV, my friend.
Yes.
Finally get in bed, covered up, nice and warm, and then
honey, what the hell?
Unplug the TV.
It is no longer your bedroom TV.
You're like, oh, honey, I'm trying to watch this goddamn thing.
So, I mean, Sony does have an issue of using a blue or white point out of the box on all their TVs, but that's just out of the box, and a lot of people won't even notice that anyway.
And I know you and I, we've done the A95K versus the World versus G2, and KG's done it. And then, of course, Digital Trends, Caleb just released his. And people are still wondering, now it's better. Is it $1,500 better? You got our take. What's your take, Classy, on the A95K? Better, but in your mind, where is it better and what is it worth to you, that betterment?
It is the best bedroom TV because it's limited in size. So if you want the best bedroom TV, you can buy the A95K.
What are you trying to say, bro?
I have
the bedroom. You need a certain
bathroom
size.
TV.
Yeah.
Keep it small for the bedroom. Baby.
When I move, my 55 A95K might get mounted into the bathtub.
Yeah. I got the outdoor shed TV.
But, it's so hard to recommend it when you can get something bigger that in 99% of content will look the same.
But isn't it hard to recommend too, Classy, when you say to yourself, well, what I could do is I could get an S95 with a side of TCL for $1,500. It's a whole nother TV. You're like, I can get a 65 and a 55.
Yep.
You see, I look at it and I see I can get two LG C2s for that cost.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can glue them together and do a racing setup.
Yeah, no, or get a 77-inch C2 and then get a 55-inch C2 for the bedroom. Like,
and with prices the way they're going, probably an 83-inch C2 in no time, right? I mean, they're already at under $5,000, and they're going to keep on diving down too. I think maybe Classy missed our Dolby Vision. I don't want to call it a rant, but kind of like just the realities of Dolby Vision, where it's not always accurate. And so Michael kind of brings this for me, for those who just joined us and may have missed our position on Dolby Vision. Michael asks, isn't A95K the king of TVs, Dolby Vision too dark? I'm going to let Classy answer this because this is something that Classy and I have been talking about for like the past year. Is it too dark, Classy? What are your thoughts on this?
Here, share the screen.
All right, here we go. Boom. Look at that. Look what you've done, Michael.
So this is the A95K Dolby Dark out of the box, no calibration. This is the A95K is the only Sony TV that I would say, yes, just watch everything in Dolby Vision on it.
Rock solid.
Yeah, so there's a slight lift in the OTF, so it's just very slightly brighter than, it's technically supposed to be, but it's not bad. Color errors of 1.7 in Dolby Vision out of the box is previously unheard of. And because all of these A95Ks are coming with the Judd white point, which is quite wrong for the panel, the Dolby Vision offset actually works on this one. So you do get D65 in Dolby Vision Dark. So
I love it. It actually,
this is the one Sony that it's good.
Which means all the other Sony OLEDs, the Dolby Vision is too dark, right? It needs to be calibrated, right?
Call it Dolby Vision Black.
That's not even the worst of the problems. The problems is the because of the Dolby Vision offset that's supposed to do this and make it D65, but then Sony mid-production is like, well, let's go with this white point and not change the offset. Then you end up with green Dolby Vision. And then there's color luminance problems and other things with the A90J and A80J. So it's the A95K, good Dolby Vision, on par or even a little bit better than LG, at least out of the box.
All right, guys. Hey, thanks for coming by. Thank you again, Classy, for coming by. And Classy's channel is, did you change your channel name, Classy? I forgot.
Yeah, that was what Classy Tech Calibrations.
Classy Tech Calibrations. And Brian is now Tech Therapy, Brian Whisper. No, Brian.
Tech Therapy.
Brian's Tech. At least it's not Whisper Status, which is.
I miss Whisper Status. Jesus.
But it is Brian's Tech Therapy, aka Whisper Status 74 and Friends.
Exactly.
There you go. All right, guys.
All right, guys.
Thanks for coming.
Yep, see ya.
And have a good weekend. Until next time, stop the FOMO.